Well, cheers, everybody. Welcome to Bourbon Neophyte. Hope you guys are all doing well this afternoon, this evening. I know I am. It's a kind of a breezy, hot Sunday afternoon here in Las Vegas. Where we at? 99 degrees and windy. Got a lot of internet buffering today, but it's been good for a minute or two. Got to pretty much watched Stacy stream and seemed to all work out pretty darn good. No real issues or anything like that. So, I was happy, but at any time, who knows when we get these wins here? And we've had them since Friday night, I think it was, but it got real windy yesterday and then driving back to Vegas this late morning, early afternoon. It was pretty windy. That's for darn sure. But hey, I do appreciate it. Thank you, Top Dog. And he was like, "When was your birthday?" Well, I celebrate my birthday with a pretty historic day, uh, D-Day. But I don't like to really say much. I mean, I have said that my birthday is on D-Day, but because of the events and everything that goes on, that day of remembrance and stuff like that is more important. More important. But appreciate you all being here. So I thought, why not have some post birthday pours and spend about an hour, hour and a half or so with you all just chatting away about everything going on and catching up with everybody and seeing how everyone is and how their almost summer plans are going. I know mine are going okay. And then when we have cooler running here down from in Ireland there, always glad to have him here. Cheers. Dave, thank you. Yes, appreciate having you here. Always great to see you. Thank you very much. And of course, Peter. Always great to have Peter here. I really do appreciate it. JD, cheers, man. Hope you are well. Appreciate you being here. Who is this? The same person you've always seen. I just decided to go clean, but I did this after the stream I did. Was it 2 Sundays ago? So, but I shave it off every now and then. I do. I shave it off. Other streams where this was disappeared before. It gets warm here. But anyway, yep. Every now and then. Hey, Tom. Cheers. Appreciate you being here. And just like I said, if you saw there in there, I got a little Glen Goyne in the glass, chapter 1 from 2019, the Legacy series, non-chill filtered NAS at 48 ABV. So I poured that to start it off with, and I have a box here of stuff I'm going to be going through. Hey, cheers, sir. Hope you are well. Thank you for popping in here. Always appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Eric, cheers, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Always great. Hey, Ben, cheers. Thanks for popping in. Always nice to see you, sir. Was lurking your stream on Friday. I was up at camp. So the internet sometimes is, I think it's bad here when it's windy. Up there, it's touch and go a lot. And so I primarily try to use my cell phone. But they're about two, let me see. They're still on, I want to say 4G LTE up there. They haven't hit 5 or 5 ultra wide or anything like that yet up there. So, it gets iffy. Hey, Josh. Cheers, sir. Appreciate you being here, man. Thank you for popping in here. It's always great to have you here. Yes, there is Whiskey Uncensored YouTube channel. Thank you for putting that up there, Eric. Always appreciative of it. Cheers, Mike. Hope you are well. Thanks for popping in here. really 16 people here on a Sunday afternoon for me. Some of you, it's a early Sunday evening, but appreciate you all being here. But like I said, little Glen going in the glass here to start it off, and got a box here that I'm going to pull a couple out of and uh, do just an off the cuff review because I kind of know what's in there because I peered through the bag and the wrappers and everything. So I kind of got an idea. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to reach in and pull out, but I will. And thank you to Eric Gunderson for dropping this stuff off that I'm going to pull out here and pull out. So he didn't know, but he is the benefactor of my birthday drams. So I will certainly be enjoying some delicious whiskey because I don't think anything that he's dropped off I have not found enjoyable and delicious. That's for sure. And oh, coincidentally, the one I grabbed this here again. Thank you, Eric, because I had chapter 2, didn't have chapter 1 because that's long gone off the shelf, and he happened to have that and 3, so I got to do a tasting with all of them thanks to him. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So really. Anyway, what's everyone got in the glass? What are you pouring? You don't have to have Scotch. You could have bourbon. You could have Irish. You can have American single malt. You know, whatever floats your boat. You can drink Armagnac. It's okay. You can have a glass of water. I even have one of those right here. Stay hydrated. Have one of those here. But enjoyed Stacy's stream for those of you that were there. 4-Leaf Whiskey. Loved watching her stream today. I was doing that, updating some stuff, making sure the internet was working, restarting the computer, you know, all these little things you do just before just before you start something like this, because it never fails. Something happens. So let me get a little sip here. Mm. Such a nice whiskey. Such a nice whiskey. They have a clearance of Compass Box, the Spice Tree. What? Really? What's the matter? They couldn't give it away? Were they celebrating a change in the governor's mansion? Hopefully. Anybody watch Whiskey Wars a bit yesterday? I did. I was again lurking up there at camp while I was having a dram. I know James popped in, Mr. Morgan, and I told him I was sitting back with a dram of the Airstone by the sea, seaside. Oh shoot, remember, but it's sea something. But anyhow, had a dram of that while I was sitting up there watching his stream a little bit. Oh, just a summer clearance? Okay. Okay. Well, you know, just thought I'd ask. I thought maybe there's hopefully going to have a change in that governor's mansion up there. Hopefully. But anyway, like I said, I was up at camp and it just was windy. It makes it a little difficult to sit back, relax, enjoy yourself when that wind is just howling away at like 30 miles an hour plus. You know, it's just, I mean, you could sit there, but it get the dust blown around and just, nah. And it's warm. Okay, it's warm. So it's kind of like how I say, I mean, it's not as bad yet, but it's like when you open that oven at Thanksgiving and that heat hits you. It's just the 30 mile an hour and it's blowing at you. It's like, yeah, no. Really wasn't that hot up there. It was only about 90 something, but it's still warm to be sitting out in there. Still warm. Let's see here. Oh, sipper two, the 2025 Buenos. Yes, matter of fact, that's funny you should say that. I picked I picked that up. It's in front of me. Yeah, the Buna 12-year cast strength 56.74. I almost grabbed that coincidentally, dropped off to me by Mr. Gunderson. But yeah, almost did that. Okay, I don't have my phone in this room. It's in the other room or on the dining room table. Hell, I don't even know right now. Might still be in the car. I really don't know. It'll turn up eventually. It'll turn up eventually. But anyway, like I said, I was up at camp, just relaxing on my birthday, and didn't do anything special. No fanfare, no cake, no ice cream. Just had a burger, dram. Like I said, it was windy. Just sat inside, and but we did. I did go out. I have a friend that lives up there. We went to breakfast and the farmers market, picked up some fresh eggs and homemade bread and things of that nature. But probably by 11 o'clock, back at the trailer, and that was it. Then, being it was windy this morning, I said, "Let's get packed up and on the road by 10." Was home back here at 12:30 ish. Had some lunch. Ta-da! Here we are. But yeah, looking forward to just relaxing a couple of drams. Matter of fact, my wife is preparing a meal here for us. Decided, I said, man, I just want steak and potatoes. So she's getting that stuff all set up and ready. So when I'm done here and at about 6 o'clock my time, vittles will be ready. So perfect. Oh my gosh, did I just see Mr. Hall? Yes, I did. Cheers, sir. Hope you are well. Appreciate you being here. Always great to see you, man. Thanks for popping in. Hey, Brian. Cheers, man. How's everything in the great state of Virginia? Hope you are well, sir. Cheers. And appreciate everybody again. Like I said, popping in here. Got 18 here and saying hello, smashing that like button, supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much for spending your time over here. But like I said, yeah, just catching up on things this weekend up there. I made a little to-do list. So when I get back up there this coming weekend, I got a few projects I got to do while I'm there so I can get them done in the morning. So kind of in the afternoon when the sun is extra hot up there, I'm undercover, let's say, you know? Yeah, I have to do it once in a while, Brian. Once in a while, let the face breathe, but then exfoliate, moisturize, all that good stuff. And uh, I don't know. Since I lost that weight, now that I don't work in the casino, I could tell the difference. And it's like, wow. But it'll be back. It'll be back. Not tomorrow, not next week, but it'll be back once the weather starts to change here or we go back to school in August or something like that. I'll it'll start to grow back because man, scraping my face raw every day. Whew, I forgot what that was like after so many years. It's like, whew, it's like, whew. But anyway, oh, I see. I missed Vic's stream. I knew he was on, but I got listening to Whiskey Wars back and forth a little bit yesterday, and going down the wormhole of YouTube. So that's what I was doing on that day. But nothing spectacular, nothing great. A lot of texts from friends, family, answering that stuff yesterday. Just really, I didn't do much of anything. honestly, I mean, little projects, little things, but that's that. At some point, Emma will be in here. She's napping right now. She's napping. So at some point, the wife will bring our new puppy in here, and you'll get to see Emma Lynn as soon as she wakes up. She has this thing. She eats, she drinks, she goes outside, does her business, comes in, runs around for a little bit, and takes a nap to digest. I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Nothing wrong with that. But she'll probably make her debut appearance, so you'll get to see her, little darling. Actually, I'm faring pretty good. I mean, I've got a few little shark bites from them teeth, where she sneak attacks on you, your hands down or something like that. But really, I'm pretty darn good. My wife, on the other hand, you'd think that her hand was the dog's favorite chew toy. I don't put up with it. But that being said, let me get this box here, and let me just reach in here and see what I'm going to pull out of this bag here. So let me see. I'm going to go one side, since there's two bags here. I'm going to pull one here. Let's see. Let me get it out of here, because they gift wrap these things so well. Holy smokes, here we go. All right, there we go. Now we go. Oh, you know what? That's why I keep a bottle opener here. They're always good to have for just such concerns. Yeah, once you get a bottle opener like that, we're good. So, okay, this is the Tropical Peaches. Oh, Northwest Bourbon pick. Wow, right there. Okay. Oh, 66 point, I'm going to say 66.7 ABV. Oh, wow. Okay, there's one. Let's see now. What will I pull out of the other one? Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, is it what I think it is? Let me open this up. It just keeps getting better and better here. Let's see. Now, I haven't had that. I know about the tropical peaches. I haven't had that. I've heard a lot about it, but I have not had it. Uh-oh. A Lafroy, PX Travel Value Exclusive at 48 ABV. Oh, an NAS. So, I got to have a Lafroy. Twist my arm. So those are going to be the two random ones I've pulled from this goodie bag here, which I'm going to save, and I'm going to do the same thing on another stream where I'm going to pull a couple of samples out. But like I said, Eric had no idea that when he dropped these off that I was going to do them for my birthday yesterday. And then as I was sitting there, and he and I were talking about Portsnoy, and I left it up there 2 weeks ago by accident because I had it up there with me. And I said, I got to bring that back. And then I told him, I said, hey, I got the package you dropped off. I said, I'm taking it with me up there. And it did. It went up there with me, traveled 150 miles north. And as I was thinking about this, I go, you know what? I'm going to wait until today, and do it on stream. And so then I brought them back down here and opened them up now. And I'm not even really looking at the other ones, although I did glance, and I think there's another Lafroig in there. I just could tell by the writing, but I didn't look at it. I'm pretty sure that it is. So I'm excited over that, but we'll go with these two right here. Let me take a sip of water. Stay hydrated, stay hydrated. But when I go up, I kind of rotate what I take up there from a bourbon to a rye or a scotch. It just depends. Sometimes I've taken 6, 8 different bottles up for the weekend, uh, depending upon who's there. Do tastings. You've heard me talk about that. But anyway, so let me finish this little sipper up here. This is the Glengoyne Chapter 1. And then I will open these other ones up here and pour them into a Glen. I'm kind of debating, do I want to go with the Tropical Peaches first, or should I do the Lafroig PX? I'm debating, even though the Lafroig is peaty and medicinal. I think the higher ABV might be able to wash some of that peat away, and I don't know. You in chat, what do you think? Lafroig first, followed by the Copper Works, rather, I said Copper Casks. Copper Works, let me know what you think. I've got a minute, that's for sure. That's funny you should say that, because that's how it's lined up. The Peaches is first and the Lafroig is second. But if somebody jumped in there and said something else, I was going to say, well, okay, let's try it the opposite way. But it's exactly how it's here. The Peaches is the first one up. The Lafroig is sitting right there by my right hand. So, all right, everyone, I agree with you. So let me take my last sip of the Chapter 1 here on the Glengoyne. But by the way, I wish I would have known about this in 19 when this came out. This was definitely would have been worth a bottle with a backup, and maybe a backup for that one too. It is a nice sipper. I mean, there's pears, there's heather on the palate. You know, that sweet bread. It just marries nicely together. It has a little complexity to it. It has some nice viscosity to it, and then a little bit of oakiness, spice on the palate. 48 ABV. It's not a slouch when it comes to Scotch. Like I said, love the non-chill filtered, so you've got those esters still there, and it's just a nice dram. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, but I've heard nothing but good things about it. Nothing but good things about it, Dave. And that's what I said. So I already have a preconceived notion in my head, and I hate to go into trying something with it. But this has been out for a minute, and a lot of people have it, or a lot of people have talked about it that I personally know and have heard about it, and then also them talking to Mark about it. So I have a little understanding of it already in my head. So, but it's okay. It's all right. Before this, and as I was warming everything up, I was watching Kilco. I like going over there and kind of just getting stuff together and lining things up and listening to his streams. I like Brian. I like listening to him. I've chatted with him a bit here and there. Oops. How the heck did I do that? That wasn't hard, I don't think. Just got a little... Oh, maybe I didn't. Maybe it was just me. I thought it was dripping, but I guess it dripped into the glass. I was like, yeah, how did that happen? Ooh. Let me just get another little... There we go. Let me get a little better drop of that. Look at that. That's a nice color in there. Nice and dark. Was this an NAS? Let me look at the front of this. It's a single malt. Yep. I'm sure it's an NAS, right? I mean, no one really knows the exact age on this, correct? But I'm going to open up the Lefroy port in the glass and put a topper on it. I got a topper on the tropical peaches. I don't know if Mark mentioned what it was. Hey, Doc, what's up, man? Glad to see you. Thanks for popping in, and I appreciate the happy birthday. Yeah. Well, so kind of a funny thing. I'll fill you in on it as I'm getting some stuff ready. Got a package dropped off at my doorstep. Eric was in town and dropped some stuff off, and so I let him know it's here and everything arrived safe. And I was going to take it with me when I went up to my trailer this weekend, and I was going to have a pour or two. Well, Saturday was my birthday, and I was quiet about it because it's a day of remembrance because of D-Day. Oh my gosh! And so I was quiet about it. No big fanfare or anything like that. I just was going to sit back and have a pour or two. Oh, right in front of me. Where's my Glen topper? Right in front of me. Anyway, and as I was going to do it, I thought, what the heck? Let me do this on Sunday and do a couple, just pull them out and so on and so forth. And so Eric had no idea that he was going to be the benefactor of the birthday stream pours. But which one I do have is the Northwest Bourbon pick and Baker Drinks pick, the Tropical Peaches. Yeah, so I've got that one poured up, and then I have, of all things, going from this side of the spectrum all the way to the other side, I got a Lefroy poured for the second one. And like I was saying earlier, Mark, I've got I've heard about the tropical peaches from Northwest Bourbon and Baker Drinks. I haven't had it, so I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, that's I know. That's what everyone's telling me how good it is. So in my mind, I'm expecting it. I'm expecting it. Okay, James, thank you. See, I asked the question, somebody spits it out. Hey, Jeff, cheers, brother. Thanks for coming over here, saying hello, smashing that like button. Really do appreciate it. I'm going to give the tropical peaches a whirl. I haven't had it, but like I said, I've heard a lot of good things about it, and looking forward to it. And I was lurking on your stream this past week, listening to you guys. Always love it. It's just unfortunately I get up at 1:30 in the morning now to get ready to go to work because I'm 4 to 12 for the summer. So I don't get into long discussions or chats when I'm lurking on other streams, but love watching your stream. And there we go. I was just going to say, I'm sure Eric put the link in there. Bingo. If anyone has not subscribed over there, get over there. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Jeff is a straight shooter when it comes to his reviews. There is absolutely no bullshit on there, and he is dead on. And of course, taste is subjective. What he likes, you may not like, and vice versa, and that's okay. But there's one thing you'll get is his honest opinion all the time. All the time. Did I see? Yes, I did. I say, but I thought I saw Ed. Hey, Ed, cheers, man. And then Richie, cheers, appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, I did age. And then, of course, who else was I talking about earlier? Stacy. Always a good stream. And then, of course, she's going to be doing the Bourbon Trail. And if I remember correctly, that's this coming weekend. You said you'll be down there hitting the Bourbon Trail, and you might make an appearance on somebody's stream Friday or Saturday. You just never know. But you never know what Stacy's going to do. That's for sure. Hey, Katie, cheers. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yes. Actually, it was yesterday was the day, but that's okay. Like I said, it was a different day yesterday, and it's to to honor the greatest generation and what they did on that day in Normandy, France. So, but yep, thank you very much. Appreciate you being here. Just saying hello to everybody and smashing the like button to support me. I appreciate it. Really do. Amen. Amen. I always say when people would go over to Livewire Whiskey, when Mike goes, I said, you hit that like button so hard that he's got a knot on his forehead for everybody that smashed that. Absolutely. But thank you. Appreciate that. I do. Thank you very much. I mean, believe it or not, it goes a long way with the algorithms and stuff on YouTube. I was just going to say, where is all of the links here? Here we go. And I'm sure people know all about Drifting Drams coffee because you have the master roaster here, Katie. She is here right now. Drifting Drams coffee, small batch stuff. She roasts it, grinds it, ships it to you, the whole 9 yards. And if you talk to anybody that's tried her coffee, I don't think, and it's not like she's been doing it for 20 years, but I don't think I've heard anybody say that she did not roast coffee that wasn't any good. Really, I don't think so. Drifting Drams coffee. I know Eric will put that stuff up there as soon as I get down. I'm a little behind, but I just seen Randall here. Cheers, sir. Appreciate it. Hey, you know it. You know I don't have my phone, but I keep my card in my phone electronically. I'm one of those savvy seniors. When I go to Denny's, I make sure I get my 15%, buddy. Darn right. I want to make sure I get that $12 I spent back from AARP, and so I get them discounts. I use it. Gosh darn right. Thank you very much, sir. Got to get that stuff. Yes, you do. Let me just see where everybody's at so I can get into the tropical peaches. Okay, 5 years, 2 months. I did a quick zip. I thought you put something in there, Mark, but I lost it in everything going on here because people are chatting and so on and so forth, which is always great. Thank you. Appreciate it. Really do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, look at this. Speaking of over the hill gang, look at this. Now, buddy, when it comes to old, he makes Methuselah look young. What's up there, my great granddad over there? I just don't know how he does it. I'm sure those orderlies got to be mad there at the home, how he sneaks out and gets on the internet. But what can I say? He's here. So I always appreciate it. Always appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Oh, look at this. OJ for cheers, man. Yes, it has been a minute. How are you? Hope you are well. Really, it's good to see you make a presence here. I love seeing people that I haven't seen in a while all of a sudden pop up. It's a surprise to me, and it's a good surprise to see you. So I do appreciate it. Yes, thank you, Stacy. Appreciate it. Thank you. I do. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much for that. But it's good to see OJ here, man. I love it. Love it. Love it. There we go. I was saying, come on, there we go. Drifting Drams coffee right there, people. There is the link. And the reason why I'm highlighting it is so you guys can see it, know it's there. If you don't know about it, just go to that link and see what they have. Honestly, it is good stuff. It is good stuff. It's not, I'm just telling you, everybody says how good it is. And the people I've talked to, I'm just telling you, they're repeat customers. So you can't go wrong there. You just can't do it. All right, let me look down here to make sure there you go. The only coffee in the house. Hey, I thought I saw Kathy. I didn't want to miss you. Hello, and thank you for popping in here. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, this used to be the daily look when I was in the casinos for over 20 years. Had to be clean shaved and all that stuff, I just had to do it. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes. It happens no matter what I do. I cannot dodge that thing. I cannot dodge that thing. Oh my gosh. His ears had to have been burning. His ears had to have been burning. I was talking about him because I was lurking on his stream on Saturday. I was telling people what I was doing over the weekend. One of the things was lurking on your stream because I was up at camp, as you know, because I commented. But so to join up there anymore, it's hit or miss if there's just enough bandwidth for me to get out. Sometimes I can, sometimes it works, and it's good. But oh, look at this, another surprise. Cheers, man. Thank you. Oh my gosh, OJ was here, and now you're here. I mean, man, oh day. Cheers. Some people, like I said, you don't see them for a while, and all of a sudden they pop in. I'm surprised. It's a good thing. Love seeing these people pop in here like this and saying hello. It's always great. Everybody knows everybody. It's like family. It's like family. It's just a good time just to come here, sit, and say hey. All right, now the most important thing. Let's get to this tropical peaches here. Oh my goodness! I think I actually do get some peaches on the nose there. I can tell this is a little proofy because it makes the nose tingle a bit there. Hey, sir, cheers. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. You're absolutely right. It is time to get to sipping. I don't want to be like Cheech, get too far behind in my chat. I got to catch up. Once you get into this, I mean, you could tell it's a little proofy because it's making my nose tingle. It's actually making my eyes water a little bit, um, which is kind of unusual. But yeah, it's something else. Anyway, okay, I am getting a little bit of like a grilled peach, a grilled fruit, or something like that. Because I think there's just kind of a bit of char smoke type esque. Yes, no. Wow. Ah, shit. There we go. Well under proof. Okay, let's see here. Wow. Okay. What was this put in to give it this flavor? Honestly, what was this? Because this is, I mean, it's very rich. It's thick, and it's definitely peach. I mean, there is no doubt about it. It is definitely peach. It's warm. I mean, it's got that Kentucky hug going down. Wow. Well, you know what, Mark? I think you're right on that because it's even if the second sip here, I still feel it moving down. It's not bad at all, but the peach, Right now, the peach is the strongest, Eric. And hence, I mean, and I'm not a fan of it, but almost tastes like a little bit of coconut on the retro hail. I mean, really. I mean, you get that toasted tropical fruit, so you got peaches, and maybe the mango is in there, but like a coconut. Um, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. It's not bad. Okay. All right. I'm not arguing with you or Eric, that's for sure, but it seems to be there. Maybe. I don't, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But I would imagine. I don't think it's new charred oak, that's for sure, because well, not that it wow. That retro hail was different. I mean, it was like well, let me get another little sip on this. Mmm. It's not coming off as a rye spice bite the way rye grabs me, James, but maybe. But I'm telling you, like a pina colada note on the retro hail. That's what I'm looking for. Peach, I'll give you the mango. Uh, Almost like that on the retro hail. I mean, a pina colada. And I'm sorry, but that's the only way I can describe this because the flavors are are different. Okay, thanks. Like I said, I don't have my phone in here, but I will look at that. Oh, really? Two char. Hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. A number two char. Okay. Hey, Marty. Cheers. You're never late, man. Just as long as you have shown up, said hello, you know I appreciate you, man. It's good to see you. Hope all is well, you and the family, my friend. Our great granddad was in here too, by the way. I don't know how he got past the orderlies again. They usually just tie him to the bed with restraints, but man's like Houdini. And they got the bottle. Hmm. Mm-hmm.
They just got up from their nap.
Somebody got up from their nap.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Emma Lynn.
Oh. Emma Lynn finally got up from her nap. Come here. Come here. Everybody wants to see what you look like. Come here.
Got the hiccups.
Oh, yeah, got the hiccups. Okay. There. Everybody can see Emma Lynn. Tell everybody, say, yep, I'm Emma Lynn. Making your debut. And no, you're too young to have any of this stuff on the table. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. There she is. All 7 pounds of her. Might be 7.5 now. She hasn't missed a meal, that's for sure. Hasn't missed a meal. She's a golden doodle. Look, everyone thinks she's a chocolate lab, but she's not. Part of the family, but she's a golden doodle. So there she is. Yes, she has a harness on because it's easier to get a hold of her. All right. You're too young to be on this stream.
Come on, baby.
There she goes. There she is. She doesn't have full run of the house yet, so she won't be like Olivia coming in here and jumping up on my lap and saying hello when she wants. But anyway, hey JG, I thought I had seen you there. I just didn't scroll down enough. You were just at the edge there. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Probably. You are absolutely right. Absolutely right. There you go. You know what? I like them whiskey stones. Just they're to me just enough. If the whiskey's a little warm, taking that just enough to take that little bit of warmth out of there. I've got them in the fridge, and I do use them a lot more at this time of year. Yes, she can be adorable. Yep, thank you. She can be. Yeah, a lot of people say that because my wife, when she was growing up, they had those. But so Olivia was a golden doodle. And then when she passed, Olivia passed March 8th. We just got her last weekend. That's why I didn't stream, because she was just in the house 24 hours and needed both of our attention. Let me tell you, it was something. Hey, we'll do anything for them thumbs up. Anything for them thumbs up. I tell you what, she is. She's a little baby shark though, with them teeth. Them teeth are something else. But anyway, back to this tropical peaches. See, we all digressed and saw a shiny object, squirrel, and everyone diverted to Emma Lynn. But anyway, this is really good. I mean, this really is good. I just am amazed at these flavors that are in here and how it came to be. It's not like they added peaches and stuff like that to this, right? I mean, I've never heard that before, but I totally understand what you're saying. I chip my teeth out. I do like those stones because I don't like ice. I don't want to dilute the whiskey, but sometimes I want to bring it down, especially if I'm outside on the porch. Yeah, that was good. I like that. I really like it because I had to play that in my head a second to what you were saying. I was like, oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. They work fine as that too, and you don't even have to freeze them. Oh, Neo. Cheers, sir. Always great to see you. Thanks for popping in here, saying hello, and smashing that like button. I'm sipping on the tropical peaches for the first time. It's really a good dram. And now I'm really getting that single malt, that maltiness on there. And for a moment, again, let me just say this again, like I've got this before out of the Copper Works here that um I got from Eric. Or no, not the Copper Works. Sorry. It is Copper Works. I just had the wrong one. Had the wrong one. This is the color cask. The color cask. Holy smokes. That was really good. Now I'm getting that note because I'm staring at it. I'm like, what is this? This is the same thing, but this is different. Anyhow, now I'm finally getting that maltiness, and it's not even close, but the peaches is still quite pronounced. The peach is still quite pronounced here. Wow. Man. That's all right. And let me ask you, you have it in the tropical peaches, right, Mark? So when you put that in there, and of course the ice is going to melt, is anything popping out? Is anything more pronounced in there? Or does it mellowing out some of the ABV to where it's it's just a more mellow whiskey to you after you get some of that glacier melt? Hmm. Okay, that is wow. That sip reminded me almost like peach schnapps. It is amazing where I'm going with this, from left to right to schnapps. Really, holy smokes! But it's just so thick, and that sweetness. It's not bad. It is absolutely not bad. It's just there's so much going on in this glass. There's so much going on in this glass. And then the more you acclimate to this, uh, it seems like the more you're pulling out. Now, that that pina colada note, for some reason, has seemed to back off a bit. I don't know. Let me get another sip on there. Let me get another sip here. The legs are thick. When I look down here, I just noticed the legs and the outline of the whiskey as it washed back into the glass. And wow, it's very, very thick. Very thick. Man, it's interesting. It's an interesting dram. Really an interesting dram. Okay, on the retrohale, the pina colada. There's coconut, a pina colada note, peaches, like peaches and cream. And I'm going to definitely have to go with mango after about the sixth or seventh sip. That's the closest thing I can compare it to. Sorry about the pause, but I'm just, I'm letting this stuff develop. And what Mark had said, it's spicy. It's not bad. It certainly doesn't drink at that proof, but it's a proofy bitch. It's a proofy bitch when it comes to whiskey. But it doesn't seem to me that high on the ABV. Uh, this peach just sticks on your palate. It just sticks on your palate. And the viscosity kind of hangs. A little drying. Anyone get that? A little drying late in the finish here. Yes, no? Is it just me? I mean, because sometimes the higher the ABV is, especially when you're north of 60 like this is, it's not uncommon. But does anybody get that, or is that just something I'm just pulling out of my ass because it's me? Yep, pina colada note. I'm gonna say this on a. Let me just say on a colder night, cooler night, this would be a great evening dram. You know, sitting by a fire, get your feet up, something like that, because it's very warming. You know, you got that Kentucky hug going down, but it's a very warming and inviting and sweet. Matter of fact, this would be great after a meal, I think. You know, thinking about this now going forward. And I mean, yeah, drink it every day if you want it. But to me, you know, like some people like rye only in the fall. To me, this comes off as a fall whiskey. Where rye, to me, I'll drink them in the summer. I'll drink them in the spring. I'll drink it in winter. But this seems to me to have a better place towards the fall and winter. Okay. All right. Good. Good, good, good. That's what I wanted to know. I mean, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't just me. You know, Eric kind of agreed, and you're calling it out, and I trust your two's palates for sure. And it's just one of those things that I've noticed. It's like, yeah, rye for me all year long. I don't have a problem sipping on it. As a matter of fact, I never, until someone mentioned it, never thought of it as more of a fall weather whiskey, because those of us that know whiskey know that at one time when you went to the bar, especially during, you know, pre-prohibition, and you ordered a whiskey, you got a rye. That was what was on the bar all the time. Oh, you guys and your quotes. Oh, absolutely they are. Absolutely. It is. All right. So the Lafroig is queued up next. So it is a Lafroig PX, a travel value exclusive 48 ABV NAS. Again, from Eric, he dropped this off to me. So I've got one little taste left of the tropical peaches. And I will say this. It's a good whiskey, people. It's a good whiskey. Some of these picks that I have had have been amazing. And then I just put it back, the Independent Joe pick from Onyx and Amber. And that was the first time I had had anything from them. What a good whiskey that was for it's a hazmat. Wow, what a good whiskey that was. Truly a good whiskey. I mean, just knocked it out of the park. Knocked it out of the park for sure. Mr. Rance, good evening, sir. Always a pleasure to have you make your appearance on Bourbon Neophyte. Hope all is well up in the great north, sir. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. All right. This is done. Last sip. Man, that's good. Ooh. Got a little of that ABV there on that sip. All right, let me have a sip of water. All right. So a Lafroig PX Travel Value Exclusive, 48 ABV. Non-age stated. Let's see what we got here. Not bad on the color at all. Not bad at all. No, not the 4 Oak. It was a Lafroig PX, travel value exclusive. Oh, yes, it will. Yes, it will. Dude, they need to lose. They need to lose bad. But this is what I always say, and I don't care if it's the Knights or whatever. You need to do your business and get it done without overtime. Get in, get it. I don't care what team it is. You know what I'm saying? When you get that overtime, you're tired. You're tired. And sometimes, the teams can hold out, but when they're into that and first team that scores is it, come on. Come on. And I was just disappointed. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But anybody, I really want to see the Knights go down in flames. Flames. I am being optimistic that it will happen. Optimistic. So, all righty. Let's see what we got on this Lafroig. Well, it's definitely Lafroig. But that Pedro Jimenez cask, that finishes. Oh my gosh, it's heavenly. And it's funny because I'm a Lafroig drinker. I have to kind of not really search for the medicinal part of the Lafroig because to me, it's a bouquet of roses. But other people would put this up to their nose and their head would go back like you stuck smelling salts under it. But the malt, the sweet, the peat is just perfectly melded together. It's a delight to nose. It really is. It's a delight to nose. It's just it's magnificent on the nose. Even at 48 ABV. Oh my goodness. It's such a cake note on here. I know people say, how do you get that? I just smell the peat in that medicinal, like cleaning liquid. That's not in there. The brine came through here. Oh, yeah. Just a little bit of that ocean. I just don't understand why people do not find this delicious. I just don't. Cheers, people. It's lighter than I anticipated. Of course, coming down off of 66, but where that tropical peaches was just oil, much lighter too, but Lafroig is Lafroig, but Lafroig 10 versus an NAS or the lore, it goes from left to right, but it's the same distillate. Isn't it amazing? I mean, think about it. Those that have Lafroig and like Lafroig have had the 10 and have had the lore. And let's say like this one, a Lafroig PX, an NAS, and being that you've had those, that you do get your normal Lafroig out of it. In other words, it's Lafroig. But when you sip on that, each one in its own right, there's a separation. There is a distinct difference in the peat, the sweet, the maltiness. And yes, this is a PX finish. The other ones aren't, but you get what I'm saying. They're definitely distinct. It's not the same. And it is amazing how that works out. I mean, you might know it as Lafroig in the home, so I don't know if people can really pronounce it there. Oh, JD, yeah. Yes, you do. I can't argue there. But yeah, the Lafroig is I'm tempted to go and pull that 10 out. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Should we pull cartridges? Oh. Yeah. All right. All right. Since I mentioned 10 and I mentioned lore. All right. I gotta put a cap on this one or I'll forget what the heck it is. Let me get a one for the 10 right here. Holy smokes, I haven't opened this bottle in a minute. I haven't. I'm just gonna do a little bit of the 10 there. Dude, I'm about out of that big bottle. I mean, I've got about that much in there, but I'm about out of it. So that stuff is good. So funny story. I think I've told you. He was here a little while ago. We met up, and it was funny. He was talking about he had to go to a store and he wanted to get some olive oil. Thing is, I was actually going there the same day, the same place he was driving to, because that's where I get mine from. So he was picking some up as gifts. So you talk about funny. So when he said that, I knew what he was talking about. I'm about out of that big bottle I bought. They really have some great olive oil. It's not the stuff we get at Kroger's or Smith's or Albertsons or Fry's or Piggly Wiggly, depending upon where you are. Yeah, it's not like that. I mean, it comes from Spain, it comes from Greece, not just Italy. They really, really have some. Okay, I gotta use a special Glen because I gotta separate these. So I'm using a golden Glen here from Whiskey Nose. It's one of those things where I never expect stuff. And two of the first things I ever got when I started streaming, one was from Whiskey Nose and one was from Whiskey Encore. And this showed up one day, unexpected. I mean, you can't see it, but yeah, you can a little bit. You can see Marty's schnozola. Let me turn to the side. See, Marty. Anyway, showed up unexpectedly. And same thing with the glass from Cheech. Love them. They're right here, and also you don't see it, but there's a holder for 3 Glens with the Whiskey Nose logo on it. That I think it was Top Dog that made them. But anyway, so I got that holder. I got that Glen. So on that holder is Marty's Glen and the one from Whiskey Nose, and that's always there. That's kind of like, okay, let me get these out so I know which is which in these glasses. I need to use that. Oh my God, I got to take the damn cap off. It works so much better. You know, it works so much better when you take that cap off. Oof. Okay, we're going to put the lure. Oh, lure's 48 too. Oh, that's even better. Going to put the lure in the Whiskey Nose glass. All right. Gosh. Okay. We've got Laphroaig 10. We've got lure, and we've got the Laphroaig PX travel value exclusive. And like I said, it's one thing about the Laphroaig. The peat, the whole taste is just different. You know, it really is. It's so anyway, I got that there. I got that there. Got that. Let me switch that. Do this. Let me grab another topper. Yes. Top Dog topper. I said it was Carchus, and it is down there. But hold on. I think if I didn't drink it, I might have a little left of a Carchus from. Can you believe Eric? Can you believe Eric? But I think I drank that a while ago. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, no, this is Laphroaig Elements 2.0. That's another good one. I got Laphroaig. So, anyhow, somebody gave me a bottle of Delwynny 15 as a gift last week. Do they like you? It's a true classic. It is a true classic. The Golden Glen Society. Yes. Anyhow, so Laphroaig 10. Here we go. Oh my gosh, the brine, the C on the Laphroaig 10. Bingo. That was one of the first things. That was one of the first things that popped right off on there versus on that PX. Let me get a taste here. Now, see, the 10 definitely is more in your face. More in your face. Sweet peat, though. Sweet peat on the palate on there. But the true Laphroaig medicinal peat. But it's not off-putting whatsoever to me. But not like the Laphroaig in the travel exclusive with finished in the PX. No, it's extremely similar. But again, this is to the left. That's on the center. So that PX sits in the center. Oh my gosh, where were you? Because guess what I tried for the first time? Tropical peaches. Tropical peaches. It is great. I want to know I know they didn't put peaches in the barrel, but holy smokes, the peaches, the mango, the coconut, like pina colada on that tropical peaches is like, holy smokes. I just can't figure it out. And then you get a little like you charred the fruit on the grill. Holy smokes, it's with something else. Hey, cheers, Darrell. Oh, well, you drink water, I'm good with it. Or better yet, get yourself some Stag, get yourself some old Carter. It's all right. Whatever you want to pour. But yeah, I'm, of course, on Lafroig. I don't expect you to be. But I was just saying how I finally tried tropical peaches. But man, oh day. So here we go. This is the Lafroig 10. And like I said, on that, the PX, the travel value exclusive, it definitely, let's just say the like I said, one's center, one's left. The 10 is definitely left. It is. I knew this wasn't a finished whiskey, and I knew there wasn't anything added because I heard a lot of stuff about it, but I was just wondering, it's like, how did that happen? It is just like so left field, right field, center field. Uh, it's just out there. Wow. Mm. Okay. Now we're going to have a little lure. Now this thing is brinier than the 10 right off the bat. But it seems sweeter on the nose, and I don't get any peat right now on it. Yeah, it definitely that barrel they hit it out of the park, James. Really, it's just a banger. It's just a banger. This has the more of the traditional peat malty goodness that you get. Well, I get from it, and you get the brine, the sea on there, but it's well mixed with the sweet, the peat, and the brine is well mixed on the nose. This is the lure. What they do with the heart, that's, ooh, man. So now the lure to me has a little more spice on the palate. Has a little more spice on the palate. And I'm sorry, seems a little more refined than the 10. And the lure's an NAS. It is. It's good. It's crazy. It's crazy what that thing is like. It is crazy. All right, let me get into this. Let me get back into the travel exclusive right here. Oh my gosh, that sherry after. Oh my gosh. Wow. You're right. I do have that. Warehouse One. You're absolutely right. That is sitting on the shelf. And as a matter of fact, I still see a few of those. They're not like hen's teeth yet, but there's still a few Warehouse Ones on the shelf. I think they're at liquor. I think there's a couple at liquor lineup too. Yeah, it seemed a little more polished for sure. So now this is the PX in the travel exclusive. This is just a sweet peat delight. Sweet peat delight. Going up against the 10. The 10 seems a little flat compared to this, and especially the lure. But for your traditional Lagavulin, to where you've got sweet, you've got peat, and you got maltiness, is right there. But like I said, the medicinal note is definitely present on that 10. It's definitely present on that 10 versus the other two that I have here. Man, some excellent, excellent sips. Man. So, the surprise of the night for me, truthfully, the tropical peaches. That is just was an amazing sip that had turns and just the way the things developed as you sipped it and sipped it. But the first thing I got, like I said, with them peaches was just like, what the heck is this? And then the kind of getting that little bit of the coconut. It was just weird. It really, truthfully, was weird. But it's a good whiskey, and it's not finished. And then getting this Lefroy PX Travel Value Exclusive to try, and then just doing a little comparison with the 10 and the Lure. They all three are distinctly different, even though it's the same distillate from Lefroy. It's just the blend. They all can stand on their own and be unique. The 10, the PX, and the Lure. They definitely have their own spot, without a doubt. And if you're not into the Lefroy and the peat, I got it. And you probably think, oh my God, I don't know how you guys can do that. But truthfully, people like me and a lot of you here who are into peat know what I'm talking about. It is distinct. It's different. It's different. The 10, the Lure, the sherry. I mean, yes, the sherry in its own right is distinctive amongst the other two I talked about. However, the tastes are left and right. The base is the same. The base is the same. I'm not arguing that for sure. However, there is definite separation between them. Definite separation between them. And I like them all. I like them all, and I'm glad I did this quick compare and contrast, and just to see. And that's sometimes what happens when you get these whiskeys and you have them in front of you. Well, what's this like? What's that like? Well, let's try this. Let's try that. And because you have these different ones from that particular distiller, so you can't help but go down that road and taste and see what you get out of it. And it's funny, the more I've been drinking peat, I said a while ago, I says, I used to drink some Lagavulin, or I would drink a Ardbeg or Lafroig. And even though, you brush your teeth and stuff before you go to bed, and you wake up the next day, you drank peat. There is just no way about it. You were drinking some peat. And I laughed. I don't notice that anymore. I don't know how you guys are, but I don't notice that anymore. Well, you know what? I agree. But what I think happened is, I think he broke into the kitchen and took an extra quart of prune juice. So he's just been busy moving all night. It is. It is unmistakable, particularly if you're not a peat person. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a peat person, it definitely is unmistakable. But if you are a peat person, it is unmistakable to the fact that you can distinguish the difference within this Lafroig that I just did here. You pick that out. And you know that, you know what? It's not as medicinal as the 10, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? You pick out the subtleties in it, even though it's Lafroig, and people go, "Oh no, iodine, Band-Aids, hate." Right. Those of us that like peat and can appreciate peat, we are able to discern 10 NAS and know that there's a difference. There is definitely a difference within the distillate. Correct. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. And it depends on the cigar you had. If you have a classic Monte Cristo, maybe not. But if you have a Cohiba, or was it a Romeo and Juliet 1875 Churchill, something along that line, I'm trying to think. But anyway, you'll know the difference. You'll definitely know the difference. There is no ands, ifs, ors, or buts. On that note, my butt is going to be getting to the supper table, because I don't want my wife to have to call me to say it's time. It has been great. I enjoyed spending a little bit of time with you all. Thank you to Eric for being the benefactor of my birthday drams here. And I'm really appreciative of you, all that showed up to say happy birthday and all that good stuff. And like I said, I didn't have any fanfare yesterday because yesterday was for our veterans and what they did on that day to help the people in France. And like my grandfather, who I've told you who landed there, but he was lucky he landed after the fact by about 8 or 9 days. But still, he was there in through the major battles from Schornberg to St. Lo, St. Mary Glees, and of course the Battle of the Bulge. And he came home. So it was just more of a quiet day of reflection and just to sit and relax. So that being said, I'm glad that you all were here. I'm appreciative of your friendship and your time you spend with me. And I look forward to seeing you all again. 50-50 next week, depending upon if I get home. But the following weekend, like the weekend of June 19th, no. It's a 3-day weekend, and my feet will be up. I will not be streaming them for sure. But again, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. I'm raising my glass to you. And of course, I'm finishing it with peated whiskey. Cheers, and have a great night, everyone. Thank you again.